because I live with them, you know, I live with spirits, and I've took that many blooming home that, yeah, I don't get nervous anymore.
Oh, it's me then.
Yeah, I think it's because I take so many blooming stuff home with me. Right.
Below.
Elope. Did you elope, spirit? Because elope means disappear and get married, doesn't it? Or run off with. Right, spirit, if you're up here, can you come towards this green light? What's in my hand, please? If you're up here. Mental. Just go shout and tell spirits that we're upstairs. Don't think they followed us up yet. Don't think they followed us yet, do you? Oh, they have. Yeah, they have. Thank you, spirit.
Shut up.
That one you banging, was it?
No. That did.
Are you sure that one you banging?
You heard it then, didn't you?
Yeah, I heard it.
Did.
Yeah.
No,
That sounded like it was up above us as well. In
You
the
swear
loft.
down that, weren't you?
Yeah.
No, you give me that. Oh, man.
What's it say, brave?
No, I was about to say brave, but I should say grave because that's where I'm going.
Right, spirit, can you set some balls off for us, please? Just to let us know that you're up here with us. Or set the REM pod off. Or even touch the teddy bear. Just to let us know that you're up here.
Was this your bedroom?
Just seen an orb.
It's nice.
It is nice. Oh. Did you hear that? Yeah. That's what I heard earlier when I was at the top of the stairs. That's not dripping, is it?
No, there's no drips there. Are you spirits in here tonight?
That was what I heard when I was at the top of the stairs earlier when I was having a look around. That's temperature.
Is there a female in here tonight present?
Right, spirit, go touch that red light for us. I'm not even getting any EMF at the moment. Oh, I am. A little bit. Went into the orange a minute ago.
Can you see us in your bedroom?
That was a full sentence, that was.
That room.
They're in our room. I'm sure I said they're in our room. Violate.
I'm sure I first said it's our room, not our room.
Yeah, it was something, our room. Then it said violate.
Through there.
Violate their space.
Is there a message that you want to tell us? Is that your book that's on the bed?
Oh, Dave.
Witchcraft. So the sluice here, we've just gone straight into the problems again. What is going on here? Oh, why are you going out of focus? What's that noise?
That's the temperature.
Oh.
Yeah, it's temperature.
No.
Yeah, it's nighttime, spirit.
There's some smoke, isn't there?
Is what? Some what?
Smoke.
I don't know.
I haven't blown the EFAC for ages.
No. I can't see any smoke. I can't see any.
Yeah, there.
It's probably a spirit then.
It's just...
I've not killed anyone, spirit, honestly.
Yeah, it's just there.
It's it in front of me then. It was stood here just a minute ago.
We've got the light, it's showing it.
Spirit, come over to this green light again for me.
Because it's not me.
No, it's not Dave, because he's not got his e-cig. I've just had an orb go down to the floor.
No, it's gone.
Yeah, there was an orb went to the fore then. There's one just gone that way.
You notice as well, do you know when
And another one gone that way.
if something comes and goes, that goes quiet as well?
Mm.
Because I do say that can read in between the lines of the white noise, so spirits that are talking that we can not necessarily hear, that should theoretically pick it up. That's why you always hear the stuff that just doesn't make sense, and then you'll get a clear thing coming between it. It's literally picking up what it can.
No, it's gone.
Right, Spirit, come back towards this green light for me. Don't be afraid. Ancient time. It come up with that in that bunker, didn't it? Yeah, we had that in the bunker. I've just had an orb go that way towards the bathroom. Mm.
Have you followed us up into this room? Are you happy to communicate tonight?
Right, Spirit, go to that green light.
Tell us your story. Paranormal.
How fitting's that? Oh. Thank you, Spirit.
Oh, it's drained the battery. It's drained it again.
Has it gone off?
It's gone off.
Not again.
Fucking hell.
Oh, not again. Oh no.
That's the full mega battery, that. It's drained the full lot.
It's drained it.
Wow.
Not again.
Had 196 minutes left on it and it's just gone.
Just drained
Last
again.
time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know spare battery.
You got your spare battery.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank you, Spirit.
Point down there.
You can stay up here, Spirit, don't worry. Yeah, I've just had an orb that's hanging around the front of my camera. Right, Spirit, go towards this green light that's at the side of me. If you would for me, please.
Spirit, are we welcome here tonight?
I just had one come from in the door and it's just come over here. Spirit, come to this green light here for me. No. No. It's on edge enough.
Where the fuck up?
I just said to Richard, I said, no, I said, he's on edge enough. I said, you'll end up killing him.
Oh, we'll get him back one day to the point where he's an heart attack.
He'll be killing you off.
You would stay if I wasn't in it one night.
I've never made you jump high.
No.
Anyway.
What you say, you'll have to plan your revenge, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
I plan mine better. I've got a few lined up.
Oh no. Richard. He's not recording, I am.
That sounded wet. I think he's probably felt in the bathroom doesn't work.
Richard, toilet's there.
You see him down there?
Stay at the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's there.
Yeah, but
Your toilet needs cleaning. I hope that.
Yeah, I did.
Is
It's
it
drained.
right?
yeah,
Drained the battery flat.
that's going into the red.
Do that again, please, Spirit.
The attic.
Oh, in the attic. Is that where you are, Spirit? Are you in the attic?
Go entertain it.
Right, Spirit, go back towards that green light for me.
Oh, you're not up there, Spirit. You're not up there.
I missed that one, Spirit. I did.
Are you wearing Africa?
Are you wearing Africa?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, it's got Africa. Oh, wait there, I'm wearing it. Jeez. Proper drained this. Yeah, it started back up again, look. So it's...
That's it, that's good. Uh-huh.
Review.
Review.
Yeah, it has, because this has just gone into the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has just gone into the red as well. This went into the red, and there,
I
look.
woke up where I ain't got a candle on though, because I want to miss it.
Get Dave on camera sorting his camera out.
I can't
Yeah, Richard, look at that, look, green light.
Yeah, mine as well.
Yeah, it's making my camera go blurry. It's making it go out of focus.
Yeah, it's bothered.
Look, Richard, look.
I'm looking.
No, I'm on about the K2 meter, dear, not his hair.
Right, I've got 244 minutes on this battery. If this goes dead, that I'm jumping my bike and gone because to drain 2 batteries like this. This is a 4,500 mAh battery.
So it should have lasted a lot
I
longer.
get 6 hours out of this, and I've had it 40 minutes.
Yeah. So it's something hellishly powerful.
Oh, big time.
Hellishly powerful.
Is there a powerful spirit here tonight? How powerful are you?
It's making my camera go out of focus.
Like that light.
Yeah, it's making my camera go out of focus.
Is you that just drained my battery? Just so you can make yourself known. You've got all that power from me, so I'm sure you can make yourself known now. Show yourself. The woods. You won't believe I've sat on a bike for an hour to get here, and as soon as I get here I want to sit down again. And my job consists of being sat down on a machine. Yeah. And I still want to sit down.
I can't believe you drive fire engines though, Dave. It's ace.
Oh, I love it.
It's ace. It's amazing. Go to work and end up driving a fire truck.
My boss came the next day, and the supervisor, he said, "Oh, there's stories about you from next door, Transwaste." So I went, "Oh, why?" He went, "You've been driving around the fire engine with the blues again, Dave." I went, "Yeah, I have, mate." He said, "You can't do it." He said, "People go drive by and see blue. That's what's fire there, and it's not just leave it flat." I'm like, "I don't worry about that."
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm just testing if the blinkers work.
Exactly, you've got to test them, make sure they work.
He just laughs at me and says, "You're a fucking idiot."
Is it actually like an operational fire truck then?
Yeah. It's full of water, you got your pumps, you got everything but the siren because the siren's too low for the sites, but people live in one corner.
You was on about trying to go for your HGV licence, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
Big money in it now.
There is.
Mega money.
Just a knob go that way into the bathroom.
Oh, you can get in there, but nothing.
Well, once he's done that then, Michelle, he can buy me that music box. He can buy you...
That yes, no prism.
Yes.
And you can see that house, can't you?
Hey, I'm not putting biohazard warnings on my bumming videos, you can forget it.
Badly.
Well, go on then, what powerful spirit's here tonight then?
I have to laugh because Brian's been putting biohazard warnings on his videos. Because when we've been investigating, he's not realised, but he's been like leant over near the camera and his boxer shorts have been showing and his ass has been showing. So he's had to like put like a smiley face or biohazard things so that, you know, viewers don't see.
I thought he meant like a message at the start.
No. It's just so his viewers don't see his butt crack, basically.
People complain about it.
At least he's done the right thing and put a biohazard.
Yeah.
Biohazard and a smiley face.
It's like them 2 cars that are in the bush. I want to use that on an intro for this episode. I need to cover the number plates up.
Yeah, it's amazing though how they've just left, you know, them to rot. I mean, that's phenomenal. Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. But a guy who used to be here actually sold cars from here because we found a load of paperwork to do with like selling cars.
Enough land in there, all that front area and stuff. I can
Yeah.
imagine it. I'd love to see a photo of what it used to look like. I'm going to dig deep and get on and see if there's...
Yeah.
Social media is the best thing because if someone stood anywhere down the street, take a picture of the family members and that, and then in the background is this, I can take it out.
You still here, Spirit? Where you going?
Come on, Spirit.
Do you like how I superimposed you on my thumbnail?
Yeah.
Like that,
I thought that was quite good, Richard. I thought that was quite good, actually.
You look good, didn't it?
Yeah. That's what a lot of people do, though, don't they? Like, impose like a person on the front of the thumbnails, which is good. It's really good. Yeah, I've seen a few of them who do that, and it's really good. It's a good idea.
I had to buy a separate bit of editing equipment just to be able to do thumbnails. I can't do it with my Filmora.
Can't you?
It's not properly anyway. But then I bought this tool. That's 50, 60 quid, I think it was. And it's absolutely phenomenal.
But it's been worth it.
Oh, definitely.
It's what you need.
What are you eating today, Richard?
What?
What are you eating today?
Eating?
Yeah.
You had a Burger King on the way here.
Oh, yeah.
Is that why he was late? Because he was stuck in Burger King. Jesus.
And I got dinner or tea.
Neither have I. I've come out with an empty stomach.
You was hungry, weren't you?
I never jumped that because I've seen that on the ceiling.
He was hungry.
Was you hungry, Spirit? Yeah. You look like, don't you?
It's complaining. It's saying, "Why didn't you bring me a Burger King?"
Did you want Burger King?
That sounded like laughing then. That sounded like laughing.
What was like? Onion rings, fries?
What else have you eaten today then? I've been in Immingham today, so...
Coffee, that sounds it, really.
Coffee.
I was on night shift, so slept half a day, got up, did the shop.
Well, when them lot was messaging you today, I was sat in the Grimsby Institute place at Immingham and that, you know, waiting for Brendan to do his lessons.
Go on then, any spirits in here tonight then?
There's one here with me because it's just been going over to the red. There's one here with me. Spirit, come and stand next to me again. He was here just a minute ago. Come and over here, Spirit, and come and stand next to me.
Carl.
What's it say?
Carl.
Carl, did you used to work here, Spirit?
We need to do some digging around and see what the names were.
Attack.
Attack. Attack that one.
I just said attack.
Attack that
then.
one.
Let's go for it. Why do I keep saying come on and then that happens?
Don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe when I'm calling out, I'll say, oh, why don't you come down and tell us something? I've been watching too much Casper. How do I know ghosts come down?
Exactly.
Or walk into this room? How do our spirits walk?
They're just casually just floating.
Yeah.
Smoke here.
I've just heard a groaning behind me.
Smoke.
Yeah, I've just heard a groaning behind me.
You can see it.
Sounded like a woman groaning.
Where your light is. There. There's just...
Dangerous.
What's dangerous, Spirit?
That was a reply, that. That was a reply, that on that.
Who's dangerous?
That was a full sentence
Yeah,
again.
yeah. You'll have to see what you can pick up on my camera because mine's next to it.
Yeah.
I'm only using the camera sound because my mic's at home, isn't it? Because it's a bit of snapped off, didn't it?
Yeah.
On the actual foot part.
You need to get a replacement, don't you? Yeah.
Another bullet mic.
Oh, I've got a mic you can have.
Have you? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh,
Oh.
Did we disturb you?
it was Dave disturbing it, dropping his battery.
What's dangerous, Spirit?
Who's dangerous, Spirit? Like you see the smoke again.
Not with me, I'm on this now.
Yeah. I can see that though. I couldn't see it at the front, at the back of the camera. I can see it now at the back of the camera, but I couldn't see it before.
Microphone.
Spirit, are you going to tell us your story? We're here to find out the whole story, Spirit. Was this your bedroom, Spirit?
God.
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 Oh, is God here?
Oh.
Is God here?
They may be religious, you know.
Are you a religious person? Do you believe in God?
Possibly religious.
Is God here?
Whoa.
What did that say?
I've seen it, don't worry. I've seen it, don't worry. Like they're talking to each other. It definitely said I've seen it, I can't
Yeah,
wait to
it was full sentence.
What have you seen, Spirit?
Seen it. It said seen it again then.
Yeah, but what have you seen?
Are we wrong by being in your bedroom, Spirit?
Devil.
Yeah, that's me. Where's the devil's Spirit?
Is that your feet watching?
So your feet.
So he said, is that your feet? And then someone else went, watching.
Probably at your feet, Richard.
You have to really focus. If you focus and just switch off everything else, you can really listen to what they're saying there. But it's just so hard.
I would say some things like really, really clear out. The one was down the bunker was getting like clear replies from it down there.
Is the devil at my feet, Spirit?
No.
Deep.
Deep. Is that deep?
Yes. Yeah. Sure to get out on that microphone.
Richard. Dead.
I'll be having a beer.
What a beer.
Yes. Every time I did have a glass of wine, I'll be here. Cool. Yeah, jump on the skin.
Well, let's hope that house investigation's this active tomorrow night. Yeah. As I was saying, the lass actually said that the previous tenants actually died in the property.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So that could be something to do with it as well as maybe that monk as well.
I need to nip to Brett's tomorrow and get my camera stand that I've left in the boat when we interview Al.
Was that house fired?
Mm.
Could have been a house fire got killed, or...
What, this one?
No.
Oh, you mean tomorrow? I don't know. I suppose we'll find out tomorrow. Oh.
Nope, hold on. Is that God doing that?
You hear us.
You hear it?
We do hear you.
Where are you?
What was that bump? That blip, blip?
Was that on the REM pod?
No, it just went blip, blip real loud. Is that your camera? Does that camera make a noise like that?
No?
It just went blip, blip like that.
No, it doesn't make a
I've
noise.
not heard that
Please,
before.
Is God here, Spirit?
Getting off that floorboard.
Are you sat on the bed?
Are you sat on the bed, Spirit?
Make that one on the balls flash if you sat. Oh, it says draining.
Draining. Is it draining your battery again?
No. I had to calculate in my head then, but no.
I've just had an orb come towards me. I'm seeing loads of orbs. Absolutely tons of them.
I said Richard then.
Raymond.
Raymond, that said Raymond as well then.
That's scary.
Yeah, that said Raymond as well.
That said Raymond, this said Raymond.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I presume with Raymond, is Raymond in the building with us? Who is Raymond?
Bad.
Is Raymond the devil?
That was a strange voice.
Is there anything you want to tell us, Raymond? Are you happy that we're here?
In heaven.
In heaven.
Do you know that you're dead then?
Is that what he said then? In heaven?
Yeah.
That's quite good.
Are you happy where you are?
I can hear something groaning.
What the hell was that?
Did you hear that groaning?
Did I hear it? I'm 110%. I heard it from here.
I heard it.
Groaning.
Was that you, Spirit?
And that wasn't a fly either.
I honestly thought it was a motorbike in the distance.
Yeah.
It was that loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it was something groaning.
That should have picked it up. My EVP recorder's down there, so I picked it up on that.
That was weird.
That's put shivers down my spine, that has.
That was weird.
Raymond, was that you making that low tone groan noise that we've just all clearly heard?
Is that your tummy?
I think still be hungry.
He's always hungry.
Surprised.
You can make yourself appear if you'd like.
No.
No.
It's like a never-ending dustbin.
Do you want to tap something, we can make a noise on all this wood that's surrounding us.
What was that?
Me.
Was it?
Come on, Raymond, show yourself. Let's see what you look like.
Make a noise outside the bedroom for us. Try and make a noise outside, Spirit. No, not that. I just heard like a footstep.
Is that you, Raymond?
It's got hold of the antenna.
Run now.
Run now.
Are you trying to play games with us? You're trying to play games, aren't you?
You're trying to scare us, Spirit.
Well, it's not working, that's for sure. Are you not happy that we're in your house today, your building? Is it something that you protect?
She also said kill.
That's a full on sentence that, but I can pick it on my ears.
You'll have to listen to mine because mine's right next to it.
Do you want us to leave your property, your home? Yeah.
Oh, my.
Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Who said that? Who wants us to leave?
That just said, leave.
Breathe.
Raymond. It just said Raymond again.
Yeah.
Raymond.
I heard that.
Can you hear us?
Why do you want us to go, Raymond?
It just said shut the door.
Shut the door on the way out.
I've gone really uneasy now. Really, really uneasy. Raymond, was you a patient here? Would you be a patient?
Yeah, those classes like tenants, patients, residents.
Was you a patient here getting looked after?
It'll be in classed as medical care, won't it?
Raymond, is there a message that you want to tell someone that's still living now? Can you let go of that antenna, please?
How's that one?
Walk away from that antenna. Thank you. God, in action. Love it. Raymond, is there a message that you want to tell us right now?
What that is?
Raymond, why do you want us to leave?
Because I'm in heaven.
Spirit, who does this book belong to that's on the bottom of the bed?
I don't know.
Don't know. Don't know. I think your EMF's gone off again. I think it's drained the battery again by the look of it. It's gone off again. It's drained your battery.
No?
Your name.
My name's Dave.
And I'm Michelle. And this one's Richard.
I'm the devil.
That's a devil then.
Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who he is, Spirit.
Can
Yeah,
you say-
that went off then.
Can you say one of our names in that? Ah.
Spirit, can you touch the teddy bear again like you did a minute ago? There, see? Do that again, Spirit.
Suddenly.
Thank you.
Did you die suddenly? How did you die? How did you pass over?
Spirit, try and touch the teddy bear again.
Was it old age?
Ooh, that was a bit sentence that.
Or did somebody kill you? Just say no.
Recording.
Yes, we are recording,
Yeah.
Spirit.
Another intelligent reaction. Not reaction.
Response.
Yeah, response.
Spirit, try and touch that teddy bear again because you did a minute ago. That's another way to communicate.
You just here by yourself? Or is there more? Walk away from the antenna. Leave
Spirit.
the antenna alone.
Walk away. Step away. Step away. No, not carry on. Step away.
Raymond, why do you want us to leave?
Hell.
Hell.
Hell. Because it's hell.
Why is it hell?
Gone.
Gone. Do you mean you've gone to heaven, Spirit? I've just heard a growl. I'm sure I've just heard a growl.
What?
You something or
That
other.
was you something like that.
Yeah, you something or other.
Say that again, Spirit.
That was you something or other. Dead. Said dead again.
Was that you are dead?
Could be. Spirit, can you touch the teddy bear as well, please? Because that's another way of communicating. As well as that one that you're touching.
Oh, look at that. See the EMF then, both flickers so intensely. Is it still Raymond that was speaking to?
I've got it here as well.
Is it Raymond? Is Raymond here?
I've got loads of orbs around me.
Raymond, how old was you when you died? Shout it as loud as you can.
Was you in your 40s?
$52.
52.
Clear 52.
Yeah, so he was only 52 when he passed away.
You were still young, Raymond.
Still had his
Yeah.
life ahead of him.
Did they give you some wrong tablets?
Circle, what was stood in.
Yeah, we stood in a circle, Spirit.
And this is one about the shape of the REM pod.
Because they might mean the shape of the REM pod. But we stood in like a bit of a circle, aren't we?
Raymond, have you got any grandkids?
This bedroom's gorgeous, Raymond, if this is your bedroom.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It is.
It's nice and warm.
I like the headboard. The headboard's lovely. And them lights above the bed is even better. Gorgeous.
Lights in here as well.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Bulbs in there as well.
Ahead.
Okay.
The head.
Raymond, if you're strong enough, can you make yourself appear in front of our eyes so we can see you?
Or can you do a shadow, Raymond?
Can you try to appear as a shadow?
Just like that.
I just had like a couple of orbs come towards me, about 3 or 4.
He likes that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So his name's Raymond, he's 52.
Yep.
Did he say how he died? I can't remember.
Unless he's the chap that we connected with last night that died of a heart attack.
Raymond, did he die of a heart attack, Raymond?
Raymond, if you died of a heart attack, can you set that device off? If you died of a heart attack, or say into the device yes or no.
Beatrice.
Just saw them said yes, quick yes. Oh yeah, I was going to say set the device off instead. So it's possible he died of a heart attack.
You were still young, Raymond, weren't you? Raymond, did anybody help you or come to your rescue?
Edwardian.
Edwardian. I suppose it's like an Edwardian style house, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose. And a bit like the interior. I definitely think that battery will need charging tonight. Shut. Yeah, dead.
Raymond, did you die in this room?
That was a big reaction, that.
So Raymond, did you die in this bed in this room?
Raymond, if you died on the bed in this bedroom, come towards this green light for me if you died in this bedroom.
We'll have to leave a good 20 seconds between each question because we're getting replies from that, but someone asked the next question.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
hard for me
left
to separate on the other. Blind. Raymond, can you let go of that antenna for a second?
It's an intelligent response.
Raymond, how many people can you see in your room now?
Three.
Yeah.
Ooh,
3.
that's near enough class A, that.
3.
Raymond, can you say one of our names? Michelle?
Michelle.
Yeah.
Clear as day. Raymond,
Thank you, Spirit.
has anybody else come and spoke to you like this since you've died?
I said no.
Negative.
Negative. That's an intelligent response.
Raymond, you sound like you know what you're doing. On the bed there's an orange little light where I'm pointing. Can you tell me if you're happy? Can you also tell me if there's any family that are still alive? And can you also tell me why you still stay in this property? Why you haven't crossed over this time? Raymond, near the door.
You see me.
Fucking hell.
You see me. You see a shadow or something?
Did you not see that? Something just gone across there.
Was it? I didn't see
From there
that.
to there. I thought it was a fucking rat, but it wasn't. It was just like a shadow
Well,
going across.
hopefully my camera might have picked it up.
Oh my ass.
Can you do that again, Spirit, please?
How could you not
Let me
see
stand
that?
back. Let me stand back.
Raymond, was that you that's just tried showing yourself? I'm sure I've just seen a shadow on the floor.
Raymond, try and show yourself again for us. In shadow form.
You should have seen him move across. Fair shadow figure.
Yeah, I was going to say my camera should have picked that up.
Oh, my heart. I've never jumped so much in my life.
We've got it covered in all angles, Dave, because we've got camera over there, we've got this camera and your camera. So one of them should have picked it up.
He was stood there. I looked at him first and his arm was by his side.
Yeah.
And all I saw was just this thing just go from there, side of the wall,
To there.
to like it went underneath the bed, but I think it just disappeared.
Yeah.
But I seen it with my own eyes.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And my heart jumped like 50 beats. Oh. Raymond, are you still here with us?
Yep. Yep.
Can you do that again,
Still here.
please?
I'm seeing absolutely loads of orbs.
That noise. What's that noise?
That's the temperature. The temperature and the REM pods going off together.
Oh, that's why I'm hearing that. Yeah. Raymond, can you see all the flashing lights? Raymond,
Between.
can you tap something in this room so we can hear you? Yes.
Please do. Please do.
Try and tap something. Make a noise.
Animal.
That's no way to talk about Richard.
Raymond. On the floor near the door there's a ball. Can you go and touch that ball for me? That said Richard. And it said, I see it.
You haven't got a ball down here, have you? No.
It's just down here.
On the floor where I'm pointing my camera, there's a ball on the floor. Can you go and touch it, Raymond?
Yes.
Make it flash. Try your hardest. That REM pod's going absolutely mental.
It is. It's not hardly gone like this before. It's gone like it, but not this bad. Has it?
No.
It's going crazy. It's going absolutely mental.
Raymond, I'm going to try and test you.
It's going crazy.
On the wall near the bed, there's 2 lights on the wall. At the bottom of them lights is 2 thin pieces of cord. Can you make one of them pieces of cord move? By going to touch it. Try and do the one that my camera's pointing towards.
Or ask him to push the teddy bear off the bed, because he's right on the edge.
Or you can push the teddy bear off the bed. I know it's hard for you to do it, but it proves that there is life after death. Try your absolute hardest and try and push that teddy off that bed.
Camera.
And my camera's on it. I can't see you, but we'll see the teddy move. Go on, Raymond, do it for us.
Raymond, could use my energy if that helps you.
You can use all our energy.
Try your hardest, Raymond.
After 3, Raymond. 1, 2, 3.
Do you know if that teddy went off at 3? I don't know what I'd do.
David, be out of here quick.
I'd be, my body would run, but my brain would stay. It's the reaction in it. He'll be sat there thinking of his Sunday dinner, just like chewing his bean, whereas I'd be
Yeah.
straight all there.
It's
Can you do
that.
it, Raymond?
It's that fight or flight response, isn't it? You know.
Raymond, was you married?
Investigator.
That's what we're doing.
You are correct. Was you married, Raymond?
Charlotte said yes.
What did it say?
I think it said yes.
Did it? What was your wife's name? Try and say your wife's name really loud, Raymond. So I thought it said Phyllis, but I'm not too sure. Sorry, try say it really, really loud. Oh, I don't know, I've got to mix bits and bobs like that.
Did you have any children, Raymond?
Abandoned.
What was that?
Abandoned.
Abandoned. It's definitely abandoned.
You might be saying that his life he might have been abandoned.
Abandoned by family.
Well, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Possibly was abandoned by family.
I had a heart attack. At the age of 52, being lonely.
So that's maybe why. I mean, it could have been the stress of the heart attack, you know, from him being abandoned.
And he said, yeah, I'm sad. Raymond, did your family disown you and leave you to die?
Possibly.
Not possibly, is it? Definitely.
I was going to say the lights are on, so usually means yes.
And it said yes on there. You can communicate, Raymond, by doing what you're doing. So So if any of the questions I ask is a yes, make the lights go off. And if it's a no, don't make them go off. Do you understand? So if you do understand that question, that you know what you're doing, make the lights go off. Raymond, you still here? I'm back.
I'm back. Is that Raymond though? Or is that somebody else?
I said lights on there. Right, what was I going to do? What did I just say? What was I going to do?
You was saying if it understands what you were saying to use the lights to say yes and leave them if not.
Got ya. So Raymond. Sorry, my fault.
That was your fault.
Raymond, did your family leave you to die? Raymond?
Yeah.
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 Can you step away from that now, Raymond? Step away from the answer. Thank you. Raymond, did you die of a heart attack? Did you die another way?
Hear me.
Hear me.
I heard something.
I heard something out there.
Dave. That's it, Dave.
Yeah. It did. It said Dave.
I get so nervous like this. I really do.
It said Dave.
Raymond, did you die of a stroke? Did you die of a broken heart? How did you die? Collapsed.
Collapsed. He collapsed of a heart attack. Collapsed of a heart attack.
This is absolutely fantastic content, this. So, I'm asking a question, just so the public can hear this on the mic. I'm asking a question, I'm getting a reaction from the necrophonic. I'm also getting another reaction from a spiritual apparatus, which collabs with the necrophonic.
Exactly.
And the lights are going off when the answer is...
And it goes with what we're asking as well and what we found out. It totally all ties in, doesn't it?
Everything ties in.
Yeah.
Raymond, do you still see this house exactly how it was when you died? Or do you see this house falling apart like it is? Raymond, whoa.
That was something out there.
Raymond, is your wife still alive?
Lake.
Like,
Is your wife still alive, Raymond?
yeah.
Yeah. Is her name Lillian? What is her...
Ruth.
Ruth?
Ruth.
Is her name Ruth?
Sure it said yeah.
You can't follow it, can you?
I'm sure it said yes, that.
Did he ask? Did he answer if she's still alive?
Yeah, he said if she's still alive, and I think he said yes.
Oh. Raymond, does she live in Hull? Whoa.
Possibly.
What place?
Raymond. This part's really important now. I'm going to put this in the middle of the bed. Yeah?
Yeah. He understands.
Now go close to it. He just said sure. Go close to that orange light and give me a message that I can try and pass on to Ruth.
Yeah.
Speak loud as you can. And when I get home, I will find that message and I will try and pass that message on for you. Is that okay?
Yep.
Do you still love her?
Yep. That was a brief yes, but it was a yes.
Raymond.
Insist.
Raymond, will she still remember you? Raymond, does she still love you? Raymond, can you step away from the lights for a second? Step away from the antenna. Thank you, I know. Raymond, try and step away from that to stop it making going off. Try and walk away. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Raymond needs to walk away.
Do you know what would be another good question to ask? How long was they married?
I was going to know. That's my next question. How long was you married? But I can only decipher.
If he'll step away.
Raymond.
Step away. Thank you.
How long was you married for? Oh, that's a grab. They grabbed it, aren't they?
Yeah.
How many years? Tell me how many years you was married to Rose. Yeah, tell me now. Oh, that was a weird response.
That was a, yeah.
Raymond, I'm struggling to hear you. Can you tell me how many years you were married for? Oh, I can't rewind that. I'm sure I just said it in that.
I have to look
I
on the
said
edit.
16. Because at first I thought it said 60, but it can't be, it was 52.
No.
So it must be 16.
Yeah.
Raymond was married for 16 years? Yes.
Yeah. 16.
Push. I had that downstairs as well. Raymond, did your family come and see you all the time?
Oh, does he mean he was pushed down the stairs and he collapsed with a heart attack?
No, that's murder. So he wouldn't say it's a heart attack, would he? He'd say murder.
It's going crazy, isn't it? It's going crazy.
Raymond, can you step away from that for a minute, please? Thank you. Raymond, can I ask you one big favour? Can you come close to one of us and whisper something in our ears?
Raymond? Is that Ruth?
Why is there a picture? Is there a picture?
Is that Ruth there? Raymond,
That,
is
that wasn't
Ruth?
any of us that touched that teddy, was it?
No, I might have, I can bet.
That photograph, is it Ruth?
Can't really see it. There we go. Oh, I said Ruth then.
Ruth.
Yeah.
Spirit, touch the teddy if that picture is of your wife.
Sometimes,
It'll say on the back of the
if
picture,
I
won't
found
it?
out this is Ruth,
Be scary.
that she said something then.
But what?
I don't know. A woman here.
Is it Ruth, Spirit? Oh, God.
There's another one.
Can't get it off into tapes it. My mum used to do it when I was a kid. She used to put here, as in
Here.
H-E-A-R. When I was a kid, my mum used to write like photos all the time.
My mum did as well. She used to put dates on as well. Dates, names, that kind of
Raymond,
stuff.
is this Ruth?
Same woman, isn't it? That one.
Is that Ruth, Raymond? Can you see?
Let's have a look.
Is that taped up as well? Oh no, that's not taped up. That's me. I really want to find out if this is it. I'll put it back. Jesus, it's like fuck. I'm not getting into these.
Obviously, they didn't want you to get in them, did they? Spirit, if that was your wife, come towards me. Come towards this green light and stand next to me. If that was your wife. Unlikely. Okay.
You're a funny spirit. I really want to get this open, but I don't want to damage it because it's not fair. It's moving.
It's moving, but it's not coming off.
Yes. You actually know the name on the back, but if it is...
Yeah. If it's Ruth.
Wouldn't that be cool though?
Yeah.
I'll put it back together.
It'd be cool.
I promise.
I can hear something. Don't know what I can hear. Can you hear that, Richard?
Ruth. That made you both look, doesn't it? Didn't say that, god damn it. Your face is like, if that is Ruth, that's quite cool. You would think that was cool though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I would as well.
Sometimes.
I want to try this one now, but is it the same woman?
To me, it looks like the same one.
Raymond, did you know this woman?
Raymond, did you know this lady in the picture? Was she somebody that you knew, Raymond?
He's still here, Raymond. You're going awfully quiet.
Yeah, it's gone quiet. I think it's probably because we're near the bed. That's probably why. I know.
Oh, there you go. I'll put these aside, Raymond, because I'm not too sure this is who I think it is.
Elijah.
Okay.
That's more like a foreign name, isn't it, Elijah? You found another one? No?
That's me.
Yeah, I know, I've seen you do it. Raymond, how long have you... Thank you. How long have you been dead for, Raymond? Can you tell me on that app leaning against the headboard how long you've been dead for? 5.
5 years. I heard that clear as day.
Well.
5 years.
If you could still be alive now, Raymond, would you still want to be alive? Or are you happy dead? That's it. I'm something, and I missed the last part. That was 3 syllables or 3 sweeps.
I say best thing to do is check mine because you'll definitely hear it from mine. With mine being next to it.
Yeah. Oh, the mic on this 5.1 is absolutely amazing. I could pick a sound up from the hallway. Really good. Witchcraft again. I wonder if his wife dabbled in witchcraft.
Possibly.
Raymond,
She could have.
What?
Is she a witch?
Raymond.
What?
Raymond, is your wife, has she played around with witchcraft before?
Something to do.
Is she a witch? Is your wife a witch? Or is there a witch here with us?
Probably knows I am.
Raymond, can you say my name and that necrophonic app on the headboard? That's in the name.
Yeah.
That's a David.
I'm happy as well.
I'm happy. I bet they are happy when they get some people come by and speak to them. I bet nobody's actually done this.
I'll tell you what,
quite
I'm really
some
looking
time.
forward to, guys, is what that EVP recorder's picked up tonight. Because it was active from start to finish from downstairs,
Yeah.
but it wasn't active enough where I felt like I wanted to delve deep into his or that person's history. Because only when I got up here and Raymond came through, then I just went into a different mode where I wanted to find out more about him.
And it's like an interesting person, isn't he, as well, by the sound of it.
It's a weird one, but from what we've established now, he's died at 52.
Died of a heart attack.
Either a heart attack or
stroke.
Or stroke, yeah. It might have been pushed down some stairs, but I'm not too sure on that one. He was married for 16 years.
Yeah.
His wife's called Rose and she lives in Hull.
Yeah, been dead 5 years.
Been dead 5 years. Am I correct about all this up to now, Raymond? Face. You can show your face if you want, but I might not want to stay in the room if you do. Raymond, if I'm nearly right on what we've gathered up, can you just say yes really loud?
Aye.
Say yes for me. Or make the lights go off if I was right about some of the things that I've mentioned. Raymond, are you going to stay here for the rest of your life? It's not life, is it?
No. It's not really hanging around like here.
No, but I mean, I can't say that question. I have to take that out because it didn't make sense.
No.
How could someone be dead, be living life?
Yeah.
Raymond, now you've passed over, you're going to be staying in this location for a lot more years.
Gone.
Or are you going to look at crossing over?
Anxiety.
I've got anxiety. I've definitely got anxiety. I feel it when something really ticks that box that I want to tick and
God. Even spirit's disgusting.
that sounds like a laugh at it. Raymond, can you try and whisper something in someone's ear so we can hear you? Or whisper where my finger is pointing? Or it just said toy. Or you can touch the toy. Or that might cast that as a toy.
Touch the teddy bear, spirit.
He's there.
Oh,
Is that
there's
you
another
again?
noise out there. No, there's another noise out there. That was out there.
You positive?
Yeah, that was out there.
Ooh, that was quite loud.
Yeah, that was out there.
Yeah, family.
Yeah, that was out there. That definitely was
Raymond,
out
what
there.
we do is we go to locations like this in your space and we try and communicate with people that have passed over. And we do this so we can prove to the world that there is life after death and that you can come to locations and speak with a person who's passed over. So tonight you've made it a lot easier for us to try and prove that. Bearing our mind, we still want more though.
Yeah.
If you can move something or tap something or do me a favour, shove something up Richard's bum to stop him. Seriously, try it, it'll be fun.
Be fun.
But we're still going to stay here we're staying here a bit longer, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we're going to find out more about you.
Raymond, did you have any children with Ruth?
Yeah, because we think we had their children downstairs last night, didn't we? And that definitely... Yeah, we definitely think we had their children downstairs.
Can't be, didn't I know? If he was married 16 years and he was age 52 and his wife's still alive, and he's been dead, what, 6 years? Would that add up? So,
Unless it's someone else's kids who's here.
but if his wife to still be alive, you presume his wife's going to be similar age to him, 52. And what did they say he died 6 years ago?
About five years ago.
Sorry.
About 5 years ago.
It could be, yeah. But I just don't understand why the kids will be dead as well. Nancy might say the kids could go on, don't they? Find the tree.
Beside you.
I'm
beside you.
If you're beside me, can you touch me?
Who are you beside,
Oh, did you
spirit?
hear that?
Yeah.
That was an old man saying yes.
Yeah.
Go on then. Can you do it?
Give it your best, spirit.
I don't mind.
Fortune.
I might jump.
It's funny they should say fortune because, I mean, the house must be worth a fortune. You know, you've seen that by the documents.
What a millionaire.
Yeah.
Raymond, you can make a noise. You can whisper something to me. Touch my ear, my hair. Did you suffer with depression, Raymond? Was you a depressed man? Feeling cold in front of me, guys. Right here. Feeling really cold.
There's loads
And
of
it's warm in
orbs.
here.
There's literally loads of orbs that keeps coming towards me.
I find it really warm up here comes in downstairs. It's a day,
Downstairs is freezing.
Yeah, whereas here I just feel something. Ooh. Street is just in front of me. Choking.
Choking. So it feels like it's choking.
Raymond, is there anything else you want to tell me tonight?
No, but if he had a heart attack, he'd be choking, wouldn't he?
Or it would have felt like he was choking.
Is that right, Raymond?
Yeah, do you know why you're yawning?
Oh, why?
Because you're a night owl and you sleep during the day.
I don't sleep during the day.
You must do.
I don't.
You must
Literally, do I sleep during the day? I don't, do I?
No.
He didn't live for you though, does he?
No, because I mean, he's there during the day, aren't you? But no, I don't sleep during the day.
So my last must have got off air this morning, like 3:10 in the morning.
No, it's about half past. No, it's 3:30 this morning.
What time?
3:30.
3:30. Oh, apologise, 25 minutes out.
3:30.
And then I see you now yawning, I think. You had some sleep today though, hadn't you?
I think I probably had about half an hour.
What?
Half an hour.
I've just worked 60-hour week, 5 night shifts, and I've had 5 hours sleep. I thought,
Yeah, about half an hour.
How are you what? Any wonder why you eat over here?
So that's why you drove here, isn't it? Today?
Half an hour.
I'm just too tired today.
You can Raymond, while you're here listening to my voice, Michelle here doesn't sleep. She's got chronic paranoia. Where she thinks that if she closes her eyes, something's going to happen. When she finally falls asleep tonight, can you jump into her dreams and say, sort yourself out, girl?
Sort yourself out, girl.
Half an hour.
Yeah, I went to sleep at 3:30. No, it was about 4 o'clock. Sorry, I went to sleep. Yeah, it's about 4 o'clock. I went to sleep, and then I was up again at about 8:30.
So you've had 5 hours.
About 4.5, 5 hours.
Pretty much the same as me. I mean, I finished work at 6, got home, had a shower, but I'm not bad. What I do is, I say it to you, just this bad. What I do is, I get out of the shower, just walk around naked. And I lie on the couch, bang YouTube on, watch my crap and I fall asleep. And that's my sleep. Even though I've got a big, brand new, comfortable bed, I just straight on the couch. It's not even comfortable, but because my TV's 65-inch, it's 4K, I'd rather sit in front of that.
I don't blame you. I suppose there's logic in
I
it.
wake up like spazzed out, what is in weird positions.
And you're probably freezing cold.
No, God, my apartment's so warm.
Is it?
It's really nice, my apartment. I'm really chuffed with it. Everything's technology, so you walk in, I can turn anything on or off via Google. I've got 7 or 8 Google things everywhere.
It's got a posh apartment.
All my lights are controlled from it, all my heating's controlled from it. Everything's LED'd. So, I'll start in a minute, one sec. So all my kitchen, all that's all LED, behind the TV and all that. And then my roof, my ceiling is all LEDs all the way along.
That's
it's all
amazing.
controlled by Google, so when I walk in from my entrance door, all I do is say, hey Google, and it picks my voice up in my hall there, turn everything on, and both are walking on my LEDs on.
It's alright, isn't it?
Honestly,
I need that for my
I
house.
can have a TV on, my fish tank, I've got a big massive aquarium fish tank, 6,500 litre.
Bloody hell.
Google controls it all. My temp, it controls my ammonia. So you've got like gadgets above it, so if ammonia spikes, it'll start doing things to change it. What else does it control? My lights, so they'll turn on and off at 7 o'clock in the morning, turn off at 5 o'clock at night. All aquarium, African cichlids, all of it. Over £2,000 worth of aquarium fishing.
It's all singing and dancing in your apartment.
You look at the tank, it's just 4K TV, fish tank, me lying there just like...
Must have cost a fortune though for it all.
Oh.
Must have cost a fortune.
I could afford it when I split up with her. I could afford it when I was with her. She was busy buying dresses for like £350 and stupid. I can edit all that out. Anyway, there was me. Raymond, I'm listening, I was just talking away, that's all. Raymond, you've not set any balls off in this room.
Are you going to set some off for us, Raymond?
Dave. Ooh, hello. So you are still here. Can you set one of the balls off for us at all?
No. Sure it said no.
I'm a friend.
We're a friend too, Spirit.
Raymond, how many other spirits are in this building that roam this building? 8.
8. That sounds pretty much accurate actually, because I mean we got a feeling there was loads in here last night, didn't we? Yeah, I got a feeling there was loads.
Raymond, out of the 8 spirits that roam the place, are any of them kids? If there are kids here, how many is there? 2.
Two
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, we picked up on 2 kids last night. We picked up on a boy and a girl, didn't we, last night?
What's the name? Scarlett and
Zach.
Zach.
Oh, that was something, but I don't know what he said. That's another thing, again, I can't get took up my ears.
The devil. Charlotte just said the devil.
Is the children named Zach and Scarlett?
Ooh,
Here. Charlotte said here. Charlotte said here.
Yeah. Attached. It's got a really good wide circumference on it. You get to about here and it goes off. Is that how far it is?
It's yeah, it's about there. Yeah. Yeah, so you got to be quite close to it to make it go off.
Yeah, I think it went off just from the camera on the top.
I say normally your camera doesn't set it off though, because we've tried that before, didn't we?
No, I went like that. I went like that on my camera. That's where it goes off.
You shouldn't have set it off though, because I thought we tried that before.
No, because I'm close to it with my camera. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I put my camera there.
Yeah.
Alright. My lungs. Oh no, my arms.
Because I know when we was down the bunker, we tried all that kind of stuff, didn't we? Putting them near it, putting your e-cig near it as well.
My e-cig sets it off.
Yeah, that does. Sets the REM pod off as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
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 It's a creative charge, isn't it? Can I ask any questions? I'm sure I can't ask loads.
Can you think of any, Richard?
Raymond, was you a good person?
Was he in car sales? Was you in car sales, Raymond? If you was in car sales, can you make that light go off again on the REM pod?
Oh, that was weird what I just said then.
Darkness.
It's fairly dark.
Guess he can't have been in car sales, and I guess he wasn't the car salesman.
Raymond, is there anyone evil that's in this building? If there is, how many evil people are in here? One.
Where
I've
are
got a
they?
hit on here.
Hit.
So one. Is that spirit here with us now? He is. It is awesome. It's grabbed that. It's literally grabbed. It's gone like that.
It's got the aerial there. It's literally got hold of the aerial. Literally.
Raymond, are you strong enough to make something move?
Anywhere.
Yeah. If you can make something move, that'd be really good.
Try hard to push the teddy off the bed, spirit.
Like this one.
All you have to do is just push him and he'll fall off. It's very sensitive.
If you push that now and that falls off, I will literally run up and down the street naked. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. You might not want to see it, but you can turn your eyes. Divert your attention elsewhere. Universe. Are you looking at crossing over, Raymond, anytime soon? Are you happy staying here? Are you happy still?
Yes. I'm sure I said yes.
It's something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sure I said he's happy. Raymond, do you stay in this bedroom at night time? I'm sure I've just heard 2 taps. Did you hear 2 taps? Didn't think it was
Raymond,
me.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Ask.
I just said ask.
Just said ask.
And then, if you can do this, this will be phenomenal. literally recording this.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold up a certain amount of fingers on my hand. I want you to tell me how many fingers I'm holding up. How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up now?
Yeah.
Can you tell me the number? Shout it as loud as you can. I had 5 then.
I'm sure I had 5.
I'm sure I thought I had 4 in a minute. That's 5. How many fingers am I holding up now? Shout it as loud as you can. How many fingers am I holding up? Ooh.
I'm sure they said 1.
Someone just touched my hand.
Did it?
Ooh.
I think there was something over near you because it kept sending my camera blurry.
Someone just touched my finger.
I think there was something over near you. It sent my camera blurry.
No, if I keep doing this, I'm not going to start smoking again. Because my nerves can't take it.
You'll be blaming me for making you smoky, and won't you?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Was you a smoker, Raymond?
Yep.
I'm sure he said, where's my cig? Raymond, was you a heavy smoker?
I bet David's thinking the same thing, Spirit. Where's my cig?
Did you smoke cigars?
Yeah. I'm sure it said possibly.
I thought I had possibly. Raymond, did you like drinking alcohol?
Investigator. That's what we're doing, Spirit.
Was you a beer drinker?
Did.
A wine drinker? Was you a spirit drinker? That doesn't make sense, does it? No. Did you drink spirits? Like vodka?
Or gin.
I said vodka back.
Yeah.
That went vodka.
Said vodka.
Did you hear vodka back
Vodka.
then, bitch? I heard it.
Sounded like in a foreign voice, didn't it? Vodka.
Do you know when I said approach and I look down at the screen and said approach and all I get is a cold breeze in the front of my fingers. To the point where I hold my breath thinking it's my breath. And I still feel the cold breeze.
No, it's definitely not. There's definitely something in here with us.
Raymond.
Because these lights keep going on red. That's beside me.
Raymond, if you're still here with us, yeah, because they can impersonate things, can't they?
Yeah.
Raymond, if you're still here with us, and I hope it is yourself we're speaking to still, another question. I like asking questions. Can't help it. Do you still roam the building because you love the place? Or do you still roam it because you don't know what else to do?
Does he feel like he's got nowhere else to go?
Have you got anywhere else to go?
Is that you tapping?
Raymond, where are you buried? Where's your gravestone? Here. It says here.
Is he in the church next door? Because there's a church next door, isn't there?
Are you in the church across the road, next door? Is that where you're buried? No.
Yeah. No.
Are you buried on this site?
On this land.
On this land?
I thought I had to guess. Did your wife come to see your grave still?
Yeah. Yeah. Heard that clear as day. Yeah.
Do you still go and visit your wife in spiritual world? Do you go and see your wife still? I take it you still miss it, don't you? If you still miss it, do you want to make some lights flash?
Yeah.
I don't think he was just a lonely man. Married lonely man, fortunately died the way he did.
Yeah.
Not fully crossed over because I just think he's a bit confused.
It's sort of in limbo, isn't he? What they're calling limbo, where we don't really know what to do.
But it's just they've upset me.
Hmm.
Raymond, we haven't upset you tonight, have we?
I thought you'd like us here, Raymond, communicating.
Raymond, if we've upset you in any way, shape or form, again I do apologise, but if we were to come back one time, would you be more than happy to speak to us again? You're still here?
If you're still here, Raymond, make the lights go off again for us. I know you. Should know us after tonight. Charlotte said really here. That's it, Charlotte said really here.
Sometimes I could just sit there and just listen to that.
It's amazing what it picks up as well.
The amazing thing is you've got two independent apps that are running. This picks up the word, and twice it's happened tonight, and that, like, literally half a second later, says exactly
When
the
it
same
said
thing.
Raymond as well.
It's just weird how that works out. I had it before, which was, in my eyes, it's class A, but in the paranormal field, it's not.
Yeah.
I had an EVP where I asked the question, can you give us a sign or do something to make you know you're there? It was a demon chair. I think I told you this story before. And it said, I'm trying with my mind.
Yeah.
And that app was like one side of church, and this was the other because I was stood at the other side. And it came through on the mind, and the EVP right at the same time was, I am trying
with my mind. It's amazing though, isn't it? I don't see why people try and debunk stuff like that. And that I really don't.
It's breeze in front of me, it keeps standing in front of me. It comes and goes.
Yeah, it keeps coming over to me and then it'll just disappear.
Well, I've got 46 minutes left, so it's drained a bit of my battery.
Yeah, it keeps coming over to me and then it keeps buggering off again. Raymond, come and stand in front of me. Come and stand where this green light is, Raymond.
He's there, see what you think. Yeah. That's what I said. He's there, see what you think.
Come on over then, Raymond. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. We're not here to harm you.
Are you a believer, Richard?
Right.
You are, aren't you?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
What do you mean by sometimes?
Yes and no.
So you're still 50-50?
Mm-hmm.
So until a spirit stood in front of you with a football bet asking you to put a bet on for you, you're not a believer? Is that like 50-50 or?
I do, and then make sure I get some as well.
Yeah. No, I mean, general, what does it take for you to turn on and think, actually, there is life after death? Scratch, never scratch.
Well, but you've been like harmed at the house.
Yeah, well,
you know.
Like this.
Huh?
Not where something like this.
No, not in somewhere like this, but you've been harmed in like the home. So.
It means that Bergens has been running for over 20 years and he's not been scratched once in 20 years. It's a hard thing for a spirit to do. You have to find that like entity who's hellishly strong.
Yeah.
We know you got to run that place.
Oh, you mean at the munitions base?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to take Dave to the munitions base.
And then he got him good.
Yeah, take Dave to the munitions base because I think David'd like it there. Don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's all like all old army buildings and stuff like that. It's there's 3 houses and that there. The middle house is the safest, isn't it, though, to go in. So yeah, there's like the middle house. There's what else is there? There's a gun store.
There's a barn.
Yeah, it's like a barn.
That's Brian. Oh, knackered. Is Brian put the video up already?
He has, yeah.
I think I've seen it. There's one that I compared to him that was real fucking dark.
Yeah, it's that one.
Couldn't really see anything. Also, I was just a green light
his light just knackered up though.
I know, but
You know, I
you
don't
don't
know what
upload
happened.
though. You can't upload. I literally I was in my car and I watched the 50 minutes or whatever it was. It was just a black screen talking. And I mentioned it to him. He got a bit on his eye off of it, but I said at the end of the day, we've uploaded a black screen.
Oh, he's got strong lights though now, hasn't he?
Oh, I bought
He's got
five,
really strong.
well, 5, 6 of them. But,
Yes.
My eyes, mate, is going for red. You're in the middle. It's that dark. You're infrared. You can see it. You pick it up.
I was going to say, because last night he had all his lights on, didn't he, down there last night? And it was quite lighted up last night, the room, down the bottom.
Imagine people walking past in big beams of light coming out of an abandoned building. All they need now is just something to fly above head and you've cracked it. You still here, Raymond?
Visitor.
We are visitors. We have very much visitors.
So you're actually glad you came to this location then
No,
tonight?
I'm glad I'll go to every location. I mean, I'm still doing 5 days at work.
It's worth a shot though, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and then on my 2 off, I'll go to locations and stuff and still get a bit of a social life in between.
That bunker, that was something, wasn't it? You know, did you see my video that I uploaded about the bunker? The one that's got like a fire blanket and all sorts like that.
Yeah.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
I think you
Go
sent
down
me that
there and
video.
see. Yeah.
WhatsApp.
There's like a it's like a pan. There's a frying pan. There's cups. There's all sorts down there.
Yeah, because you said there's a thermostat, and then Richard went, no, it's a switch.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it's a thermostat.
No, there's thermostat
Right below
and
it,
switch.
there was a switch, and he didn't see it because he was looking at the thermostat.
I didn't see it straight away.
No, Richard, it's a thermostat. No, it's a switch.
It's a switch.
There was one below it. I did agree with that. I'm done for the night now. I think I've got everything.
Yeah.
I've got an hour and a half on the old thing, and I've got probably an hour here. What time did we get here? Well, you got here at 8. So
We got about
3
8
hours.
o'clock.
3
Yeah.
hours will be here.
Yep.
And if you want to stay a bit longer, then ask me.
No. I was going to say, because you've got work tomorrow, and you're up at 6:30. Yeah, you're up at 6:30. Mine just staying that. Yeah, it's about 1 o'clock this morning. We got home, wasn't it?
And he still went to bed today?
Yeah, he still went to work. So, yeah, because no, it was about 2 o'clock. You went to sleep, wasn't it? You said.
Yeah, about 2ish.
Yeah.
Did he stay at Michelle's? Or did
Yeah, you did say last night, didn't you?
Tired.
Yeah. Yeah, you said last night.
Did it piss you off when she's still tap on the phone? Yeah, it pissed me off.
You just get used to it, don't you?
One thing that really annoys me is when you having something to eat and you've got a girl near you and she's got long nails and she's tapping her phone at a text and all you can hear is
Puts me out then.
tap, 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 they're like tapping like some plastic. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
God.
That counts me out because I've not got long nails.
Yeah.
Counts me out. My nails are so weak. You know, they really are so weak. They just break so easily.
And that's when your body's not producing enough. Do you know you get them little white bits in your nail?
It's protein in it.
Yeah, calcium.
Calcium.
I think it's calcium.
Yeah, because I've showed something to your hair as well, isn't it? Your hair and your nails. If you've got loads of little white bits